共和党很可能即将在2024年年底，川普赢得总统大选。目前看起来，在7个摇摆州，拜登都输掉了啊！所以，除非奇迹出现，你很难想象有什么情况，拜登会赢得2024的总统大选。但是，共和党不是只有川普，还有其他的人，他有一个非常重要的新的国际政治的理念。这新的政治理念呢，其实是回到1941年珍珠港事件之前的美国。因为他们认为美国现在债台高筑，美国不要再参与全世界的军事竞争，这个观念越来越强。不只是共和党，其实整个美国都有相关的问题。比如说，美国答应要卖给台湾的 F-16，根据 Bloomberg 的报道说，他不卖给台湾，有比供应链不足更深层原因。本来是说2024年就要交货，后来就是要拖到2024年年底。然后最新的报道是一名官员在回应20名共和党国会议员的担忧的时候，也是 Bloomberg 报道说，美国空军将优先考虑加快向台湾出售 F-16，没有时间表。所以即使拜登政府也可能是如此。而到了共和党呢，真正比较重要的不是台湾去游说的众议员，真正比较重要的总统参选人，这些人你可以把它当成共和党的一个风向。那川普不要说了，他已经摆明我就是孤立主义，我要第2天上台就结束乌克兰战争，我不会跟中国爆发第3次世界大战。那会不会协防台湾？你自己心里想。在最近共和党第4次辩论里头，4个人里头只有一个就是前 New Jersey 的州长 Christie 说，你们都不愿明讲，我明讲，协防台湾。而其他的3个里头，其中有一个说，我们不要太过度的介入这件事情，我们就发给台湾每一户一个叫 AR-15的步枪，由他们自己的民众来抗中国。
China invades Taiwan. Would you send American troops, as President Biden has said he would do?
We will be able to deter that from happening. I think that's the important thing. We need a strategy of denial so that we're deterring Xi's ambitions.
What if it doesn't work?
It's going to work. Taiwan's an ally. We have long-standing American policy, and you know how that's done, and we will follow that. But here's the thing. Taiwan is important not just because of semiconductors. It's important because if China is able to break out of this first island chain, they're going to be able to dominate commerce in the entire Indo-Pacific. They will use that to export authoritarianism all around the world, including here in the United States. So deterring China's ambitions is the #1 national security task that I will do as president, and we will succeed. The 21st century needs to be an American century. We cannot let it be a Chinese century.
Mr. Ramaswamy,
I think we need to be clear. I'll be clear on the same issue, if I may.
I'm coming to you next on Taiwan. You said, if you want to stop Xi from invading Taiwan, quote, let's open a branch of the NRA in Taiwan and put an AR-15 in the hands of every family and train them how to use it. That will give Xi a taste of American exceptionalism, end quote. The National Police in Taiwan announced a zero-gun policy last year. Is this a serious policy proposal? And if it isn't, why do you keep repeating it?
Well, it's part of a broader deterrence strategy. And so I think I'm going to respectfully disagree with Ron here. I think the next U.S. president needs to be crystal clear that at least for the foreseeable future, the U.S. will absolutely defend Taiwan. And it is with that clarity that we actually achieve deterrence.
Ambassador Haley, would you like to respond?
I mean, when it comes to China and Taiwan, the one way that we keep China from going into Taiwan is, one, make sure that we win in Ukraine, that we protect our friends, but also let China know that they'll be hell to pay if they go into Taiwan. They need to know that there is going to be a force that's going to go against them. And they need to know it's not just going to be the United States. That is why we need to build our partnerships with India, with South Korea, with Japan, with the Philippines, with Australia. We need to start pulling that alliance together. And the first way we do that is we need to make sure that on day one we look at the fact, if China pulled the rug out from under us tomorrow, would we be ready? Think about what happened during COVID. Everybody told you to wear a mask. They were made in China. Everybody told you to take a COVID test. They were made in China. Everybody went and, I mean, everything that happened. If you go to the drugstore, all those medicines are made in China. We have to make sure that we are not relying on China for anything related to our national security, which means let's start focusing on doing deals with our friends now.
Thank you, Ambassador. Governor Christie, I'd like you to weigh in on that. And do you think arming every family in Taiwan with an AR-15 is a plausible policy?
You know, I don't think we have constitutional authority over Taiwan, to give them a Second Amendment. I think they can only do that for themselves. But look, I want to be really clear. Once again, I want to play the role of actually answering your question, which is if China went after Taiwan, you're absolutely right. I would, as president, have us go militarily and defend them. Secondly, I'm not afraid, based upon those economic relationships, to do that, because these economic relationships mean nothing. Nothing.
谢谢收看今天文茜的世界周报，文茜的世界财经周报。我们接近12月30号再见 ，Merry Christmas， 拜拜。
Oh